Hey there, guys. So I decided to go back to the Final Fantasy IV banner, try again. Eventually, after a lot of tickets, I got a Cecil, and I UOC'd his Prism, so we've got a 7-star Cecil to try out on Tel-Fulsanis. I said I was done with this fight, but we need a hard fight to try out Cecil. So we're going to be doing it with high spirit, high hit points. We're not using evasion. He is going to be passive provoking, so he'll be covering and single target tanking at the same time. He's got fire, lightning, and dark resist. We're going to use Palom and Porom as our healer. They're not going to be DPS this time. As a healer, they can do things like defense and spirit breaks, mirage, heal over time, big healing, and fire imperil, which is synergies with our DPS. We're going to use Sylvie for all the buffing she does. The most important thing is going to be the status immunity for the final fight. You need someone to buff that. We're going to use Sylvie. I gave her the Ars Arcana to help out with seals, which gives Kryla a free turn every now and then. Other than that, she's just got some bulk. Now we're going to use Kryla. I know people don't like using Kryla, or don't like seeing me use Kryla because she's a limited unit, but I've already done 2 non-Kryla clears, so I'm going to go ahead and get her in the team because we're trying to go for a fast clear, and she can speed it up quite a bit. So we're going to be using Kryla. She does breaks and seals. We're going to be using Agent Olive as our DPS. She's really good for this fight because she does really high damage, just period. And she has a lot of demon killer, so we're going with that. And she does fire, which Palom and Porom will imperil for her. We're going to take Epi's Agent Olive. Really good gear. Got some demon killer and some high attack, looking good. So let's go ahead and give this a try. So this is, more of just me seeing how quickly I can do this fight. I've done a bunch of long videos. I think my shortest was like 35 minutes. So we're going to try to go quicker here. We'll see if that happens or not. Things could go poorly. The boss could do like a bunch of dark depressions and wipe us out, make us spend turns recovering. But we're going to aim for a quick clear, and whether it happens or not, let's find out. Alright, so start off, first thing we're going to do with Cecil is we're going to go ahead and do a defense and spirit buff, and we're going to cover. Palom and Porom are going to do their unlocks, which lets us do cool stuff next turn. Sylvie will give us physical mitigation and a resist buff. Kryla will go ahead and break the boss with Calamity, and we'll do Dark Covenant for next turn. And Olives will bioweapon, imbue fire, and obliterate. Now, obviously, the first turn is mostly setup. That's the wrong skill. Let's see, bio, fire, imbue, and obliteration. So the real damage will start next turn. Yeah, this is just all set up. Now, our goal is to kill this boss as quick as possible, so we can try to minimize that randomness of the killing stance and the dark depression. The less turns you spend in the fight, the better, you can get through this quickly. Alright, so Cecil, we're going to use a limit burst here. We're allowed 10 limit bursts, so we're going to go ahead and use 1 right away for the mitigation. Sylvie, or Palom I should say, Palom and Porom, we're going to quadruple, we're going to cry to break the boss, we're going to mini regen twice for the healing, and we're going to blink shell to give us mirage. And our DPS will just triple cast Scattering. Kryla will do Jinx. And we don't really need anything else. I guess we'll do Soul Surge just for the sake of it. Doesn't really matter. Let's do our damage. Now the boss should drop really low. Yeah, we're going to kill him next turn, most likely. Alright, so we're going to hope the boss doesn't go crazy with his killing stance. Let's do Gracious Knight, and I guess Spring Cleaning so the boss doesn't poison anyone. Alright, so we're gonna just cross our fingers that it doesn't do the killing stance. This is the only turn that really matters. Okay, so we got really lucky there, he didn't. That was awesome. Alright, Kryla is going to go ahead and use Hindering Chant to get rid of that buff the boss put on himself. Now we're going to use Palom to hide here, so they don't have to worry about the mana drain. We're going to guard Cecil, we're going to guard Sylvie. They're probably going to still lose all their mana anyway. And the Agent Olives will obviously lose their mana. But we killed the boss on turn 3, so that was pretty smooth. Here's the Broken Mind. Okay, so Sylvie saved some of her mana. So did Kryla, actually. That's actually convenient. It's real convenient. Alright, so because of that, we can actually just do Calamity Brew, and we need to hit the boss with 2 elements. So we'll do a Fire and Ice Imperil. Or not Imperil. Yeah, that wasn't Imperil, duh. So let's see here. Palom and Porom, we're going to double twin. Go ahead and use their unlocks. What's the best way for me to do that? I'm trying to decide if Cecil is better. We're gonna use Cecil for general mitigation on turn 1, not cover, because we're gonna use Sylvie to double the fun and withstand the elements. And let's give a mana regen to. Yeah, we're not gonna do mana regen on turn 1. We're gonna do a physical mitigation. Yeah, I like that better. And let's have the olives just imbue themselves with fire for this first turn, because they don't have the mana to do anything else. We might even push the threshold on this first turn. We did. All we did was imbue when we pushed the threshold. This guy is so weak. Okay. So the boss did some buffs. What did he do? He did resistance to the magic. That actually doesn't matter to us. Okay, so we pushed the boss pretty hard there, which is kind of funny. Let's do a fire resist and a cover, which we don't have the mana for, but we can fix that right now. Give me 1 second. Let's go ahead and use the twins to cry to break the boss. Let's double mini regen, and let's blink shell for a blink. Sylvie is going to double the fun. Let's get some mana going. I should have done this before the other thing. Let's give it to. You know, I think it's more important to give mana to the olives, because I kind of want to push that threshold this turn. I'm undecided. Let me look. How much mana does it cost to chain with Sylvie? You know, we're just going to chain single cast, and I think, truth be told, I think we can push the threshold right here without using mana on them. There we go, blowing them up. All right, so now we're good. So we're just gonna let's Dark Covenant and hit the boss with 2 elements. We'll break next turn, which means Paladin Cecil can just cover. Where's his cover? And do we have mana for anything else other than cover? Not really, truthfully. So we'll just heal even though no one needs it. Actually, Sylvie does, because we're gonna lose all our mana in a second. So we're gonna just do that, and we're gonna do a break immunity. Okay. Sorry for the slowness. We're going a little bit quicker than I would have expected. Okay, so we need to use 5 Limit Burst here, which I'm going to actually edit out because that's just boring and we sit here for 5 turns doing nothing. So I'm going to show you how I recover from this mana drain, and then we're going to stabilize, and then I will use, or I'll cut the video until I'm done with 5 Limit Burst. Alright, Cecil's having his fun. Thankfully, Cecil's counters are capped at 3 a turn, unlike Charlotte, which is the big reason I wanted to pull Cecil, because Charlotte just ruins videos, and I don't like that. Alright, so we're going to use Sylvie for some big resistances. That also fills mana for the team. And there's 1 Limit Burst done. We're going to just guard the olives. Kryla will do Jinx and Dark Covenant. She's now got her mana in like a good cycle. We need to hit the boss with 2 elements, which I didn't do yet. So we'll use Moonlight and Shadowbringer to seal the boss with Cecil. And then Paladin Porom can just keep Cry Actually, we're not going to cry because we don't want to hurt the boss right now. So we're just going to mini regen, blink shell, and then we'll just mini regen a bunch. Because why not? And there's one limit burst. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break and come back after the boss is done 5 limits. So I will see you guys in a few moments. Alright guys, with the magic of television, we have done 5 turns and 5 limits, we have dispelled the dread, and now it's time to kill the boss. So let's see here. So we can just straight up kill him right away. Before I do anything else, let's get that mission out of the way to summon whatever that guy's name is. Let's have the olives imbue fire and chain. Let's see. Imbue fire and chain. Kryla will imperil the boss with impending doom, so we can kill him. Alright, that was dramatic overkill. I kind of figured it would be, but whatever. Let's have Cecil do some MP regen for everyone. Actually, no one really needs it except for himself, so we'll just do double MP regen and whatever into the light. And we'll use Palom and Porom to mini regen Cecil. We definitely don't need 4 of them, but okay. Okay. Final fight time. So let's see if Cecil will make us impressed or not. Alright, so the first turn, of course, will be a little bit dicey. But we should be alright. I hope. So let's see here. What are we weak to? It looks like we're weak to fire and holy. Or ice. Oh, ice and fire. Oh, okay. That's actually a real easy first turn. Which is convenient. It won't always be that way. Let's see. So Cecil, we need to cover. And we're going to do... we're going to swap stance for the mitigation. Let's see. Sylvie is going to... Sylvie is going to break attack and magic, and then we're going to do spring cleaning. Well, yes, we're going to do that. Because Kryla, it's possible she would have had to seal both on the first turn. So we're going to pretend like Kryla had to seal. Instead, we're just going to do that. Alright, Palom and Porom will... Let's see here. We're going to do Porom's turn. And we're going to do a blink for the damage reduction. And then the olives will, let's see, bioweapon, imbue fire, and obliterate. Let's see. Bioweapon, imbue fire, and obliterate. Because we got kind of lucky on that first turn. That's not always going to be the case. Sometimes Kryla would have had to seal 2 elements. So we're using Sylvie to break instead. Which is going to be a lot of damage, as you can see. Cecil's getting hit real hard. But he should live. There we go. Cecil lived. That was the most dangerous turn of the fight. Alright, so we've got fire and lightning. Let's go ahead and have Sylvie take care of that. So we'll do fire and lightning. Which means Kryla can spend her turn doing Jinx and then just refreshing Jinx. I could Soul Surge instead. I'm actually going to Soul Surge instead. Alright, Cecil is going to... We're going to use... let's see... Lunarian Might for the mitigation. We're going to swap back stances. And we're going to use Dark Wall to get a resist buff up. Alright, Cecil is hit pretty hard, but we're going to use... let's see... Mini Regen. Let's do a Palom's turn for the Imperil. Let's do a Blink Shell. And we'll do another Mini Regen. And now we can start DPSing. So we're just going to triple chain. We've got the Imperil from Palom and Porom up right now. The enemies are sealed. They're broken with Kryla's Jinx pot. And now we should start doing some good damage to the boss. respectable. And of course, Cecil's cooldown is up right now, so he's going to take very, very low damage. I mean, he's still getting hit pretty hard, gotta be honest. But he's taking it. Now, he's not using evasion, and he is also the provoker, so he's taking these single target physical hits as well, which is a big reason he's getting hit so hard. But it's working out. Alright, let's see here. We've got ice and double ice. Okay. So Cryla can handle that. Let's do a double ice. And let's go ahead and Dark Covenant to refresh her thingy. Sylvie will double the fun. Let's do a spring cleaning and let's do a gracious night to get rid of those debuffs, those breaks. Oh, I never swapped stance again, did I? That's why he took so much damage. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, I never swapped stance again. I'm still getting used to Cecil. While we're in the stance, let's go ahead and do a long duration attack buff on the team. Alright, Palom and Porom, we can double twin. Let's do a mini regen. Let's do a blink. We don't... Yeah, let's do a Porom's turn to keep that regeneration going. And we'll just do a cry. Whatever. Alright, Olive. Next turn for your cooldown, so we're good there. Do some damage to Tel-Fulsanis. Alright, so we got him at the next phase. He's going to stop doing those resist buffs now, which is nice. He did all the thresholds, but Cecil should be like tanking it like a boss, not a problem. Alright, so below 50, he starts to imbue your team, starting on the next turn with a random element. So I'm gonna have to try to like watch for that. In my previous clears, I kind of forgot about that, and it was a problem. Did he imbue us? He did not imbue us, it looks like. So we're good. We're good for now. All right, what are our elements? Ice and water. We'll do water with Sylvie. And not that we're going to need it, but let's re-raise on Cecil just for the 100% safety. Alright, so we need ice. And let's break again. So the seals are done. Cecil will do a resist buff for everyone. I don't know when the last time I covered was. You should be good on cover, right? Oh, 3 turns, we're good. Let's go back to Dark for the mitigation. Let's see, Olives can just chain, and we have to keep our triple cast unlocked with obliteration. So Olive can chain, and obliterate. Palom and Porom, we will just break, double mini regen, and blink show. Actually, no. We're going to cry, mini regen, we're going to mirage, and we're going to Porom's turn, or Palom's turn, to refresh that heal over time. Alright, let's go ahead and deal our damage with the Agent Olives. Alright, so we're going to win next turn. So the boss is going to imbue us with an element. I gotta watch for it. There's so many skills at the top of the screen. Like, where's my combat log? Come on. I must have missed it. I didn't see it. All right. When Cecil finishes, I'll see what I was imbued with. It should be just a 1-turn imbue. All right. We were imbued. Boost. Did he not imbue us? Adds fire element, or maybe he imbued fire and we already had it. I didn't notice. All right, let's rapid blast, triple scattering. Honestly, we're probably gonna win right here. Maybe not. Okay, that's fine. So we got water and ice. So we'll do fire and ice, lightning and water. Cecil we're in dark mode. We're going to go back to light mode. We're going to refresh cover, and we're going to just do a resist buff. Alright, Sylvie. We'll do spring cleaning. I'm not sure when I did these last. So we'll do spring cleaning and gracious night. And then Palom will cry mini regen. Blink shell, and will Porom's turn for the buff. There we go. I kind of really like Palom and Porom as a healer. They're actually doing pretty good. They have a lot of utility. It's kind of nice. Oh, I forgot to watch what element the boss is imbuing me with. It's something like an element touch. It's like touched by fire or something, or touched by ice. I just forgot to watch the top of the screen. Okay, so doesn't matter because the boss is so low. Yeah, here it is. Adds ice element. So we're gonna win here. So it doesn't really matter about sealing because we're about to win. But we'll use Kryla to Impending Doom to Imperil Ice. And there we go. So now the boss is Imperiled to Ice. So we're dealing our damage, and we win. We can summon Carbuncle a second time and discard everyone. So there it is. There was all missions with a pretty quick clear. And we had a kind of a rough first turn with Cecil because I only had his stance dancing mitigation. I didn't have any kind of like stacking match mitigation or stuff. But turn 2 and beyond, it was pretty smooth. Worked out well. Palom and Porom was a really nice healer there. Sylvie did good support. Kryla is, of course, Kryla. But I did show multiple clears without Kryla, so you don't need Kryla. And then Agent Olive is just a really high damage dealer, which, you know, everyone knows that already. Alright, there's a Tyrant Unleashed. Hopefully this video was less than half an hour. I don't know yet. We'll see when I go to editing. See you guys later.